What's up, TM Nation? So I've been testing out Skullcandy's brand new Terrain 2 series for the past couple of weeks, and let me tell you, these updated speakers are bringing some serious improvements over the original lineup. As you can see, I did go ahead and pick up all three models, the Terrain Mini 2, the Terrain 2, and the Terrain XL 2, and today I'm gonna break down everything that you need to know about these updated speakers. Now, if you caught my original Terrain video, you know that when they released these, I was pretty impressed with what Skullcandy brought to the table for the price point, but with this second generation, they've added some key features and addressed some areas that they had shortcomings in with the first generation that honestly make these even more compelling options in the crowded Bluetooth market. First, let me give you guys the quick specs before we get too deep into the review. All three speakers now feature enhanced LED light shows that sync better with your music, and they're still rocking that multi-link technology that lets you connect up to 99 speakers together wirelessly, which is absolutely insane when you think about it. Price-wise, of course, the Mini 2 is going to be the cheapest, coming in at around $60, followed by the standard Terrain 2 that's going to cost you about $80, and then you have the big boy XL2 that's going to run you $100, and these are all a price bump from the previous versions. But stick with me throughout this video because in my opinion, in many areas the upgrades justify the price increase, and I will have links in the description to ensure that you guys have the most up-to-date pricing as Skullcandy sales come and go frequently. So now let me go ahead and talk about what's actually new with the second generation models. The most obvious upgrade is going to be that enhanced LED lighting show that I talked about earlier. The OG Terrain speakers have that basic orange ring going around the passive radiators, whereas the second generation models have their own LED lighting settings that add a more dynamic look to them and plain just make them more fun to use. In general, no matter which one of the Terrain 2 speakers you pick up, they do come with several different lighting modes that you can cycle through at your leisure, but if you want to turn the lights completely off, you do have that option. Moving on to the battery life, and this is where things get interesting. The Mini 2 now gives you up to 14 hours of use on a charge, which is an increase from the 12 hours that you could get with the previous version. The standard Terrain 2 also now offers up to 14 hours of use on a charge, which is up from the 10 that you get with the OG version, and the XL maintains that impressive 18-hour runtime on a charge, but with improved power management. And so far, what I've noticed with these speakers in real-world testing is that these numbers are actually pretty accurate even when you're using them at higher volumes. The build quality between the generations is similar, but the second generation speakers do feel a little bit more refined. The buttons and their placements have been updated, but they are still IPX7 water resistant, so you can take them to the beach or have them poolside with you without any issues. So in other words, the design changes are not revolutionary, but they are nice upgrades because the buttons are now more tactile and provide better feedback. I do have some sound samples in just a moment so that you guys can kind of hear the differences for yourselves, but in my opinion, the sound quality improvements with the second generation speakers are noticeable. Power wise, the Mini 2 is still packing 5 watts, but they've tuned the drivers better, so you're getting cleaner mids and less distortion at higher volumes. The standard Terrain 2 bumps up from 12 to 15 watts, and you can definitely hear that extra power. The XL2 stays at 20 watts, but like I said earlier, they have improved the power management, which results in improved bass response and better overall clarity. And speaking of bass response, all three models now have what Skullcandy calls enhanced low-end tuning. Basically, they have reworked the passive radiators and internal acoustics to give you more punch without sacrificing the mids and the highs. And I'd say that the most notable difference is going to be with the Mini 2, because with the OG version, the sound could be quite thin, but this new version actually has some thump to it.
Can I tell you what's on my mind? Can I get a chance to let you know you're my heart's desire? Tell you what's on my mind. Can I get a chance to let you know you're my heart's desire? And I love you so.
not changed, and honestly I wish it had, is the lack of app support. You still don't have the ability to customize the EQs with any of these speakers through Skullcandy's app, so you're pretty much stuck with the sound signature that you get with them out of the box unless you use a third-party EQ app, which is not a deal breaker but something to be aware of because you do get app compatibility with some other similar speakers. The Bluetooth connection that you get with these speakers is still 5.3, and I haven't experienced any latency watching YouTube videos or Amazon Prime movies on my iOS or Android devices. However, like the originals, the second generation speakers do not offer a low latency mode, so hardcore mobile gamers may want to look elsewhere if you need a near instant response. One good thing that you do retain with the newer speakers is the fact that they do still have built-in microphones, so you can take and make voice calls directly from them no matter which one you pick up, and I do think that the call quality with them is pretty solid, but as always I did take samples just so that you guys can judge for yourselves. Let's check them out. Alright guys, so right now I have the Mini 2 paired to my iPhone 17 Pro, so the audio that you're hearing is coming directly from the microphone on it, so let me know how it compares to the other two. Is it about the same, or did you expect better? Now I have the XL2 paired to my iPhone 17 Pro, and like I did with the other speakers, I'm just going to go ahead and spin it around to see if that impacts the way it picks up my speech, but let me know what you guys think. Which one of these speakers sounds the best in terms of mic quality? And here is the mic quality test using the Terrain 2, and I will just go ahead and spin it around to see if that impacts the way it picks up my speech. But let me know what you guys think. Does this sound pretty good, or were you expecting better? Let me know. Now the real magic happens when you start pairing these together wirelessly using that multi-link technology. Lately I've been running the XL2 paired with the standard Terrain 2 speaker in stereo mode, and the soundstage that I get with this combination is genuinely impressive, especially for speakers in this price range. The synchronization is tight, and using them this way you can really hear a difference in the separation and overall fullness. But here's where I have to be real with you guys. Even though the improvements that you get with the second generation are nice, they're not revolutionary. So if you already own the first generation speakers and you're happy with them, these may not be a necessity unless you really want that enhanced lighting show or the extra battery life. On the other hand, if you're shopping for new Bluetooth speakers in this price range, the Terrain 2 series definitely deserves your consideration. They're competing directly with speakers from JBL and Sony that cost significantly more, and in many cases, they're holding their own or even outperforming them in certain areas. The sweet spot for me is going to be the standard Terrain 2. It hits that perfect balance of size, sound quality, and price. The Mini 2 is great if portability is your main concern, and the XL2 is the way to go if you want maximum output and battery life. So for my final verdict, if you're looking for something that's ultra portable for personal use or small gatherings, the Mini 2 should be your pick. For most people who want a good all-around speaker for indoor and outdoor use, the Terrain 2 is the sweet spot. And if you're planning to use your speaker for larger spaces, such as a living room or a larger bedroom, then the XL2 is worth the extra investment. Alright fam, so that's my take on the brand new Skullcandy Terrain 2 series. Let me know in the comments section if you're interested in picking these up, or if you have the previous version, let me know what your experience has been with them so far. The enhanced LED shows, better battery life, and improved sound quality make these worthy successors. But before you get on out of here, please do your boy Tecmo a huge favor and hit that like button if you haven't already. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel to stay up on all of my Skullcandy releases. Other than that, as always, I appreciate you coming through. I will catch you in the next video, but until then, it's your boy Tecmo and I'm signing out. Peace.